Marcus Rashford out of Manchester United is getting close, even if he came in today through the back door as his boss went out through the front door. What exactly am I talking about? Sounds like confusion, doesn't it? Yes, that's exactly the situation at Manchester United. But the good news is the players we want out, who probably are halting the incomings to be flowing in like floodgates or like waterfalls. Maybe it's good that we hear now that Hansi Flick has sanctioned Barcelona to go on and try and sell Marcus Rashford, deliver him next to Lamine Yamal. Isn't that the dream for him? Isn't it a dream for Man United? But what would it take? We'll talk about that in a bit. Meanwhile, there are some interesting updates about Jadon Sancho, but who cares? The thing is, he will go. There are now reports suggesting that he wants Man United to buy him out of his contract. Pay me to go. The way, you remember what Wan Bissaka did? Yeah, a little the same thing. Are you surprised? It's okay. He wants out. You want him out. Find a way, but it's got to get done. One thing you need to do yourself is to understand the business of the internet and know as well how you too can harvest this money, this wealth online. You need to start now and grow it because everybody can earn on the internet. Imagine you're always on your phone with your family, in your house, in your room, at work. Everyone is always on their phone. But people are earning money. You're not. You can as well. Come and learn how to do it. It's not rocket science. That's why I need you for just 1 hour. Just 1 hour. Please, you won't regret it. It's worth it. I'm waiting for you. Let's get into it. Now, this is the situation of Man United. So, today, a report comes through. I'll start with the good news. Like I told you, this year, 2025, is all about the good news. I'm a bit sleepy. So, yeah. We don't sleep, man. We don't sleep. But yeah, we have got to work. So anyway, a report comes in. Credible source says that Hansi Flick, the boss of Barcelona, has given them the green light. Of course, the people in charge, the decors name them, to proceed and try to bring in Marcus Rashford. Remember, the initial talks had taken place between Rashford's representatives and Barcelona, and we gave you feedback here of how they were told now to go and talk to Man U, and they want to see a way they can reach a compromise. The 40 million, understandably, for Barcelona and their financial issues is a bit too much. Maybe a loan, maybe Man U can lower, whatever. But now it turns out Barcelona have now have been given the green light to resurrect the talks because they are giving up on their first two options. That's Nico Williams, who definitely committed with Athletic Club, and then Luis Diaz, whom Liverpool don't want to sell. So they have given up probably. Now they are saying let's trigger option number 3, who is Rashford. Rashford himself was calling them out recently. He put in his transfer request, match made in heaven. So, beautiful stuff. Just a day after the Napoli president spoke about their interest in Garnacho. Beautiful stuff. These are players we want out. Get that money. Maybe it will quicken the Mbeumo's and all these other players that Man United probably wanted to sign, because we know at least they had a plan. They had spoken to, started contact with Emi Martinez. There were things, I think Oli Watkins as well. There are things going on. They have initiated talks, at least on the player side, but they know to contact the clubs, they need money. So maybe these exits are the ones who will bring in the money. So I think we should be happy about that, that things are beginning to look like they are moving in terms of exits, because United is in a sell-to-buy situation. To some point, it has to get into it. Probably that point is now. We knew it for a long time. Otherwise, what would then be the issue with the financial fair play they were telling us about and firing people and stuff? Clearly, they have to do stuff and get money. They need money. That's the reality. Let's not be blind to that. Let's be Man U fans, but let's be, aware. We've got to be cognizant of the fact that United needs to balance their books. So with the sell-to-buy situation is still there. Don't be so excited just about Cunha because we signed Cunha so quick, so we have money, we are bidding for Mbeumo. Maybe that's why United is stuck, that even that little extra 6 million quid is not there. But if they can sell Rashford for 40, they can sell Sancho for even if it's 25, whether it's a swap deal, bring in Vlahovic, whichever way, whether they pay him to have some of the money that whichever club pays for, even if they got 20 million from Sancho, which I think they can, get 30 or 40 from from the sale of Rashford, which I think would be reasonable. That alone can help United seal Mbeumo, because United must know now, after Gibbs White joining Tottenham for 60 million. For 60 million, Gibbs White is here at Mbeumo's level. Muhammad Kudus joined Tottenham for nearly the same. And you want Mbeumo to join you for 55. How? Think. Move quick. Make it see that, okay, this player is better than the other guy. So definitely, even 70 is fair enough. Pay 70 or 65 if you have it. Move on. No one will complain. You wanted the player and you needed him. And that's his value. If you've got it, so maybe that's what's halting these movements. So they need the cash to free up. And the beauty with United is they don't need a lot of cash actually to bring in players, for me, in my view. Because if you look at the players United are pointing at, Emi Martinez, tops 40 million. I mean, because United has young players to build, to include in the replacements. Not that every player United will lose the 5, for example, Garnacho, who each and every one of them should be replaced by a marquee signing. So the money needed for the marquee 40 million, 30, maybe 60, 50 million, is for about 2-3 players. So if they can collect that from the Sancho's, Rashford's, and Antones, and name them, and Garnacho, because there's also a Garnacho who will give you himself like a 60, maybe can command like a 60 or even 50. That's absolute profit. So you get them in, and of course then you now integrate them with Eden Heavens, and then you build a team. So it's actually it's beginning to make sense to me now. Reality is beginning to come. That's why maybe they set their timelines from Mbeumo to the tour of the US, because they were believing maybe that by that time, maybe naturally, these players they want to go will have gone, and they will have money. They will know where the money is coming from. Maybe that's why they said, let's bring in Cunha first, immediately. Then let's start negotiations with Mbeumo. Then let's ensure that before we go to the US, the Premier League Summer Series, because that's the proper preseason they want. Before we go into that, let us make sure that we've sold. And naturally, by that time, probably, even these players who have already put in transfer requests, the Rashfords, they will have figured it out, and maybe the money will be there, and they get things done. Oli Watkins, Emi Martinez, or whichever goalkeeper, I feel like that is the case. Every day, every second of my life, I'm thinking about United, honestly. I'm trying to reason, enter in there and try to read things and see and analyze in my head. And I come here and utter out my analysis. That's at times it will be wrong. At times it will sound stupid to some of you. At times it will be accurate. At times it will be a different perspective. But it's opinions, man. It's a game of opinions. That's why we love it. So I just throw out my information and opinions and everything and banter and fun about this club that I love to you. So that's what I think. So maybe we shouldn't be so hard on these people. Let's be realistic. Let's not let the pressure and what we see in our neighbors, in the clubs we compete with, let's not let that put us off track, like make us become naive or blind to the reality. Let's keep remembering where we came from, where we are. We came from a very poor point, by the way. And now, the timelines, our timelines can't be the same as Arsenal's or Man City's, honestly. They can't, because we have a lot to deal with before we can do anything than they do. Do you feel me? Honestly. Let's be honest. Let's be real now. Let's not be emotional. Yeah, I know sometimes I come here and I'm just being emotional, which is okay. They are my emotions. I'm within my right to vent them out here. My platform, so it's okay. Football is about emotions. That's why we love it. So, but today, let's be realistic analytical, and factual. The truth is, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, all these clubs are way ahead of Man United. It's worrying and it should be. But they are not in our situation. They don't have a Rashford, a Sancho, an Antony, a Garnacho, a Malaysia, a whoever to first on the big heavy contracts to first let go of to clear before they can get money to bring in Mbeumo, Emi Martinez. It's not the same situation. So guys are trying. The guys are trying. Come on, give them some credit. Give the guys some credit. Yeah, they are trying. Think about it, guys. On the other side, let's not be hard. It's a weekend. We can't be hard. Let's be hard on Monday. On Monday, trust you me, I'm going to be a different web. I won't be on their side. If on Monday Mbeumo is not here, I won't care whether Rashford has gone or not, or Garnacho or whatever. I will come and go at them. But it's a Friday. I'm now being human. I'm thinking like a human. It's a weekend, fam. So, anyhow, that's Man United for you in a wrap. So, the Sancho situation is moving, whichever way it's going. I don't care whether they have to pay him. I wouldn't be shocked, really, if we had to pay one Bissaka. I don't care whether they will pay the 25 million, whether it will be a swap deal with a player, maybe Vlahovic and cash, or Douglas Luiz and cash. I don't care how it is, but there is something going on. Sancho's exit is progressing. That's where we are. And Mbeumo United is still waiting on Manchester United. They are still waiting. He's giving them time. I think they have assured him. Perhaps they even explained to him their timelines. They tell him, we need you there for the US. So it's okay. Before then, don't panic. We got you. We got you, man. Guys, thank you. Come learn and earn. Come understand the business of the internet so that you too make good use of your time with it. All right? Anytime, every time. Don't use the numbers to still then ask me about transfers. You know, some people get that phone number of mine and still ask me about transfers. I think, guys, you know, where you got this number, I was talking about the same things. This really is, yeah, but yeah, it's all love. Thank you, fam. Peace, love, and harmony. I'm waiting for you. Cheers.